Mm-hmm. You know, black people. No,
I don't think for myself sometimes because there's no reason why I should be insecure about my hair. I had a job interview this morning, and as you can see, I have a bonnet on because I was not able to get my hair braided in time for this interview. Why the fuck do you need to spend $300 on small, knotless box braids? Because the hair that grows out of your head isn't good enough for an interview. My hair was blown out. I did Bantu knots on them. As soon as I stepped outside, the wind, the moisture of the morning air literally poofed up my fucking hair. I immediately stripped away all of my confidence in that moment. I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get this fucking job. Oh my God, I don't know. Like, my entire mind literally started to go like that fucking SpongeBob episode. I didn't even remember my name, bitch. By the time I get into the interview and she asked me the first question, I'm stumbling over my fucking answers. And in the middle of me doing this, in my mind, I stopped. Like, I stopped not talking, but I stopped thinking this way and say, nobody gives a fuck about what you look like. Just focus on what you're saying. Nobody gives a fuck about what you look like. Just focus on what you're saying. And then I said, I accept the things I cannot fucking change. Bitch, I got the job. They called me literally 20 minutes ago and offered me the job. After seeing my hair in my fucking mirror, I almost called her and said, you know what, let's just reschedule. And then I would have had to wait another week for an interview, or they perhaps would have said, you know what, this bitch is fucking being silly. Let's go and hire somebody else. I would have bit my nose to spite my face, all because of some fucking hair insecurity, all because of some thoughts that were placed in my head because somebody told me that my hair wasn't good enough to walk outside with. The hair that comes out of my fucking head. The hair that looks like this, bitch. Now, it didn't look like this when I went to the interview, and that's why I was upset. It was very much poofy all over the place. But it still looked manageable and it still looked nice. And I should be okay, even if it was all over the place, poofy everywhere. Who gives a fuck? Bitch, he was in my head thinking that. I was like, you know what, would Sonic give a fuck that his shoe was untied, bitch? No, he gotta get these rings. So congratulate me, because now I'm employed. And I almost blocked my blessings simply because I allowed a thought that was not my own to enter my head. Never again. Probably happen again, actually.
Well, my bad, bitch. I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes me looking okay. She think that she fucking with me. Is this bitch okay?
And admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now?
you know, black people. No.
Hot take, 613 hair is absolute trash. I don't care what these vendors say. There's no such thing as raw 613 hair, 12A, 13A, AAA, call it whatever the hell you want to call it. By the third, fourth, fifth wear, that hair is going to be looking fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Give me the track.
I'm at the buy some dentures, made the whole eat me for dinner. What, pain, all in my eyes, I can't see. I'm at the top of my body, I'm ready to leave.
I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes me looking okay. She think that she fucking with me. Is this bitch?
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
I'ma go buy me a gun. And I'ma come back here and set this motherfucker off.
And see, that comes from sitting up there pulling on that motherfucking knob. And see, that finger there got that motherfucking, all up in that knuckle there got motherfucking arthritis. Look at that motherfucker. When you
All right, Ebony and Ebony, let me see what y'all can do with this twin telepathy since y'all identical. I'm going to call out a few things and I want y'all to do it. Touch your hair. Let's touch your nose. Let's try the eyes. Touch your elbow. Let me see how high y'all can jump. Touch your leg. Turn around. Turn back around. Blow me a kiss. What's your favorite TV show?
Ginny Georgia.
Let me see y'all do a dance. Oh, go, 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 go.
You know, black people.
No, no.
Like into the braid, so I wouldn't have a ponytail. So I want to do it like that. Because I'm trying not to do ponytails at all.
Okay.
But as long as I can just get a heart, that's all that matters.
Okay, so you want a heart, but you want to braid it into itself.
Yeah.
Never ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all heard her, so I jumped straight into it. This was a true freestyle. She wanted to make sure that she had a heart in there somewhere, so I was like, I'm gonna give her one continuous braid, and I made sure to put 2 hearts in there. That's the first one, and then if you keep watching, you'll see the second one. I started her hair at 10:32. I got done with her hair at noon. She has oil in her hair for her psoriasis, so it turned the product just a little bit white, but we ended up wiping it off. I definitely feel like this is going to be this summer's hairstyle. Like, this is 2024 all summer. This style right here, it don't matter how you get it braided, but the braided bald head needs to be the style for the summer because this shit is busting. With some big nasty edges, with some big old hoops or studs, you can't go wrong. These freestyles are literally my favorite, and when I grow my hair back out, I'm definitely going to be rocking this. But if you're going to rock this summer, or if you know somebody that's going to rock this, tag them below and let me know how y'all feel about this style in the comments. Keep on watching. I'm almost done. This video is long as hell, but I appreciate everybody who watched it thus far, all the way to this point. I'm going to do another one, a part 2. If you want it, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to make sure to make that happen so y'all can see all the angles and from the front, because it is fire.
You can't fuck then you sit down. Just sit down, just bounce on the dick. Bounce, bounce, bounce on the dick. Bounce, bounce, bounce on the dick.
You know, black people.
No.
Code switching is when you take the way you talk or communicate and change it up. And historically, black people gotta be better code switchers because anything that has been deemed as black has been deemed as unprofessional. Like, if I'm around my homies and they say something I agree with, I'd be like, oh yeah, type shit. But if I'm at work, I can't say that. I gotta be like, oh yeah, Lindsay, I agree. I have to keep the melanated behavior to a bare minimum. But I'm gonna give you guys a great example of code switching, but just peep game and lock in. Every 6 months at my job, I have to have a meeting with my boss. Yesterday, I had the meeting with my boss. The first thing she gonna say is, are you ready to peep game and lock in? Mind you, my boss is this little white lady. So I'm like, what? You know about my TikTok? She gonna say, yeah, you're so funny. I've never heard you say the N-word before. I'm like, N-word? That's what you took away from my videos? But I'm at least glad you found them funny. She gonna say, yeah, why aren't you this funny at work? And when she said that, I almost reached in my back pocket and grabbed my firearm. Because 2 years ago at the same job, I'm talking to one of my black coworkers about the NBA. I said, that nigga Steph Curry is not clutch. My boss gonna come around and say, can you guys not use slang around the customers? I'm like, sure, yeah, but what slang did I use? She said, yeah, you know, the word clutch could mean, you know, clutching a gun. And I'm like, what? Why would I be talking about clutching a gun on the sales floor? So as soon as she said that, I stopped being my black ass at work. From the hours 9 to 5, I became the white man.
You know, black people.
No.
Vem me dar vácuo, vácuo. Me leva pro teu barraco, raco, raco, raco.
My thing is, it's not the hours. It's too many people are prioritizing work hours over the work. And some of you might not need to listen to me. I'm a millennial. You know, I grew up during the boss babe era. So things might be different for those of you who are younger than me, and this might not apply. But people like me who grew up during that era, we knew about putting in the work first. Focusing on building your skills, getting practice, finding out what you like to do, what you don't like to do. Especially when it comes to the beauty industry, too many people are trying to be jack of all trades. And you might get out there, get in the field and realize, I only like doing wigs, or I only like doing coloring, or I like cutting, or I like braiding, or I like doing this specific service. A lot of people are not perfecting the services they're doing. They're trying to do too many services. A lot of it has to do with putting in the groundwork, learning about yourself, learning about your skill, growing your skills, working under somebody first so you can learn the business, learn different things that you may not have picked up in school or while you're teaching yourself. Too many people are focused on the money and the outcome, but not the process. So I can't tell you what hours to work. For me personally, before I even started renting a chair or, doing hair on my own, I worked for a salon that had 15 to 20 stylists in it. It was a full-on business. They had hours and they had shifts. Most stylists would go into the big salons, learn the business, build up their clientele, and then take their clientele and go somewhere. But of course, that was before social media and before you could advertise yourself in the way that people can for cheap. And as I said in the first video, if you are able to sustain while only offering services 9 to 5, then do you. I think that's very feasible in certain places. I live in the New York tri-state area. I travel to California a lot, and where people often have a lot of service jobs and things like that, like lots of people who work in restaurants, people who work overnight, lots of different types of work. So that can be feasible to only have clients that, come during certain hours. But another side of that is a lot of people who have those type of jobs don't have consistent income when their industry's business is slow, versus people who work 9 to 5 with corporate businesses and, layoffs aside, the money is consistent. I also think that a lot of people are missing my biggest point in this conversation is that beauty salons, barbershops, and these type of businesses used to be pillars in the Black community and, harvested a community. And the more we step away from that community and the businesses being pillars in our community, the less community we'll have. The more we're going to be scared of staying open late because we have to lock our doors at night because there's no sense of community. The more people are going to have to keep opening business, going back to working in their kitchen and jumping here and jumping there because there's no long-standing salons and camaraderie within the hair industry or these beauty services where girls are actually taking care of each other and looking out for each other. But once again, that's a whole other part of the conversation. And I think people are going down the 9 to 5 rabbit hole when I was more so talking about the beauty industry in the Black community being a lot different than it is now, and not just because of the hours, mainly because it was a sense of community that we don't have anymore.
Am I the asshole for keeping my name change a secret for 5 years? So my 26 female parents decided to name my sister and I after American states. I have permission to share her name, Arizona, and I was called Pennsylvania. That's not funny. Don't laugh because it's not funny. Yeah, my parents are weird. I guess they thought geographical names were cool, but I think there's a huge difference between calling your child Arizona or Dakota or Paris versus Pennsylvania. They're massive Republicans and America lovers, so maybe they wanted to be patriotic. Damn the patriotic. There were so many other names. They could have named you Liberty if they wanted to be fucking patriotic, but Pennsylvania, they just wanted to be mean. For as long as I can remember, everyone has called me Pen or Penny. My parents insisted that everyone was to call me by my full name, but most people could see how ridiculous my parents are. My sister, 28 female, didn't struggle as much with her name because Arizona just sounds a lot better than Pennsylvania. And the Grey's Anatomy character Arizona Robbins made the name seem quite cool as we got older. I was mocked and teased as a child in elementary school because of my parents' insistence on my full name. They would literally berate teachers for letting me write Penny on my work and school books. That fucking sucks. These people truly care more about the name they gave their daughter over their fucking daughter. That's crazy. When I was 21, I got my name legally changed to Penelope. You know the original name is bad if Penelope is what they thought was better. Most people that I met in college assumed that I went by Penny as a nickname for Penelope. I did not know that Penny was short for Penelope. You learn something new every day. Even my boyfriend's mother called me Penelope because I was too embarrassed to tell her that Penny was short for Pennsylvania. Girl. I kept it a secret from my parents and close family because I knew my parents would go mental and accuse me of disrespecting their choice. I'm getting married this summer to my lovely boyfriend, Tom, 31. And as you all know, you have to say your full name in your wedding ceremony when you're doing your vows. I knew I had to fess up about the name change because the alternative would be hoping they would keep quiet when they heard me say I Penelope instead of I Pennsylvania. Ooh, girl. My thing is, I would not care how they felt. You literally allowed me to be bullied throughout my school life because you liked the name that you fucking chose, regardless of how I was treated because of it. I wouldn't give a fuck how they feel. Pennsylvania. You named your child Pennsylvania. And you're upset at little Pennsylvania that she no longer wanted to be fucking Pennsylvania. I would be embarrassed if my child decided to stay as fucking Pennsylvania. Are you fucking kidding? These people don't give a fuck about their child. They do not. They do not care about their daughter because ain't no way in hell one child gets named Arizona. That in and of itself, okay. But the other one gets fucking Pennsylvania. There was nothing else. Dallas wasn't an option. Hell, Phoenix. You have one child named Arizona, the other named Phoenix. Phoenix, Arizona. Like the shit, you could have done so many other fucking things. But Pennsylvania, girl, no. I understand. Girl, no. You are not the asshole. You're not, because you're not. Because you're not. I invited my family over to my home and I tried to tell them in a really calm way that I had changed my name, but they freaked out. They said that I was disrespectful and I was calling their choice dumb. I mean, you said it. I didn't say it. I wonder where you guys got that idea because I didn't say it was dumb. Who told you that your idea was dumb? Or do you know that your fucking idea of naming your child Pennsylvania is dumb? They're now refusing to attend the wedding. I don't see a problem with that. I know I'm not the asshole for changing my name, but my parents are particularly pissed about how I kept it hidden for 5 years before telling them. Really? You're right, because there's no way in hell you would have, reacted the same way 5 years ago. Most people that I know agree with them. They think I should have had the courage to be honest with them years ago, so they would have had time to get used to it, instead of me dropping the news on them 2 months before my wedding and causing all this drama. What the fuck do you mean? You should have told us years ago so we could get used to it? You got 2 fucking months to get used to it. And if 2 months is not enough fucking time, do not come around. 2 months is a long enough fucking time. I have been called Penny my entire life, despite how much you guys disliked it. I'm still Penny. Penny is just short for something fucking different now. There's nothing to get used to. A few other family members have dropped out, and my poor sister, who's my maid of honor, is having a nightmare with this. My parents believe they have the right to know much earlier. Your parents only had the right to know what the fuck you wanted to tell them. They can't be upset that you didn't tell them when they want you to tell them, when you knew exactly how they were going to fucking react. They berated your teachers when you were in elementary school because you wrote a shortened version of your name to avoid being fucking picked on and teased. They don't give a fuck about how you feel. Your parents are selfish as shit and they suck. Edit. I know I could ask the officiant to say Penny instead of Penelope, but I don't want to hide my real name on my wedding day. I completely understand that. I do. I 100% understand not wanting to hide your real name. Like, this is your wedding day. Absolutely. I don't think you're the asshole. I already said it. You didn't tell your fucking parents because you knew exactly how they were going to react. You knew exactly how your parents were going to fucking react, and they know that's why they weren't told. They just have to find some reason to be fucking upset. Honestly, anybody that agrees with your parents and your parents need to have their invitations revoked from your fucking wedding. Because if you guys are going to not come to my wedding over the name that I have chosen for my fucking self because I got tired of being embarrassed and teased about the stupid ass name that y'all let my fucking family give me, I don't want you around. I don't fucking want you around. Why would you want to share the happiest day of your life with people who would not come because you got tired of being embarrassed by your title? That's fucking crazy. Nah, baby, you're not the asshole. I hope that your wedding is everything that you want it to be and then some. Congratulations.
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
I'm with my friend, and we are trying kava. Well, we're trying it again for the second time because the first time we had it, we both got wraps, and it wasn't all that. So that other video you seen, it wasn't kava, it was simply salad. But I don't know, it's kind of like, to me. They barely gave me some rice. I don't know how this is gonna go. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not talking?
And
What you doing?
what do you mean, friend?
I said friend.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. I thought I said boyfriend. Like, you know, like I'm here with my friend, my bestie, my homie. You know, because you everything.
I don't hear none of that. If I said that to you on the video, you would feel some type of way.
Well, I mean, technically, if you want to be technical with it, we're not married, so like on documents.
Keep saying that it won't be a marriage.
Don't do me. Don't even go there.
Oh, you fucked up. Your motherfucking friend. Your boyfriend slash future husband.
Say
You
it again?
understand?
Say it again.
I'm your boyfriend slash future husband.
Oh, okay.
So get it correct. Fuck.
Did you say your grace? What you eating?
Chitlins, green beans, cranberry sauce, dressing, macaroni, and a muffin.
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
What do you know about chitlins? Okay, you don't have. Okay.
Grew up with them.
You ain't gotta eat them like that. What do you know about chitlins? You so grown. Such an old person. Don't do that to me. Can I bite?
I'm 8. You're 73. You're old.
You're not even 8. Be quiet.
I am actually 8.
No, you're not. What's that?
And apple juice with a Stanley.
With a Stanley? Can I please have a bite of your chitlins?
No, you cannot.
Please.
No.
Don't talk to me like
So
that.
I'm leaving today.
Where you going?
To my DAD.
Bye.
Yeah, I can. I'm actually going to go back just for you. But I got a casting first, so let's go do some modeling shit. Modeling gets glamorized a lot, but honestly, there's a lot of inconsistency to it. I haven't had a gig in forever, so I'm excited to even have a casting right now. But honestly, it is what you make it. I've been focused on other things, so not as much has been coming to me. But when it comes to working with an agency or being independent, you really got to push if you want to see things happen. And my mind's just been elsewhere. Honestly, that just went so-so. But I have weird feelings about modeling. There was a time I was trying so hard to get into the industry, and then I finally got signed and started getting opportunities. And the first opportunity I got was some creepy shit. Like, I won't name the designer, but it was a major designer. And all I knew is she had this gala going on. So I get selected for the gala. And as it turns out, the way it worked was not like a typical fashion show. Basically, there were shelves and we all dressed up in her clothing and got put up on the shelves and would just stand there for the entire party. And people would go and party for the next 3 hours, eat food, and look at us and look at the clothes on us like we were living mannequins. And then a few of those people got selected to come up on stage and the outfits got auctioned off, but they selected almost all black models. So they had like this white lady on stage, literally an auctioneer going, I got 5, I got 20, blah, 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 blah. While this black women primarily, were standing on stage and being like auctioned off essentially. And I was just standing there looking around like, is anybody else fucking seeing this? And on top of that, as it turns out, all the proceeds of the thing went to the military. And again, with these things, you never really know like what you're getting involved in until you get to the event because so much of it's kept under wraps. But like that was my first experience with a major designer and it made me think like, yeah, this world is weird and ugly. And honestly, the experiences that have followed, just seeing the way that models get treated and now that so many models are like specifically dark-skinned people, West African and East African, it just gives a weird vibe. I don't know.
Okay, so transparent post, and I'm trying to get better at doing these more and being more frequent in doing these. And I need to start TikToking every day, which I'm going to start doing in my challenge that I'm going to start today. TikToking every day on my little journey. But transparency, I have been losing my hair. It has been falling out in patches, in clumps, in chunks. I don't know. but I have been losing my hair, and I just. So Saturday I just had enough, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna cut it all off, and I'm gonna just let it grow back as it grow back, and I'm gonna use the little wild hair growth oil, and I'm going to take care of it, massage my scalp every day." But I have been stressed the fuck out so bad, it's pulling my hair out. So any tip, trick y'all use to help y'all hair grow back, let me know. I mean, I'm still fine, but I need my hair back now, right now.
This is Michaela before prom. This is Michaela at prom. This is Mika before prom, y'all. This is Namika at prom. This is Mia before prom. This is Mia at prom. This is Mira before prom, y'all. This is Mira at prom. This is Hope before prom. This is Hope at prom.
Welcome to things my students have said to me this week. Number 1, it smells like somebody's old ass, grandma ass cookies in here. We realized that the smell was me because I was wearing strawberry French toast body oil from Montresa Beauty. Number 2, Miss C, fix your socks so the people won't talk about you. That student hates when my socks are a little twisted. Number 3, it stank. Miss C, did you fart? Number 4, you don't need your hair redone. I can still see your scalp. I know that's right. Number 5, your nails look like a grandma, but the Hello Kitty is cute. Number 6, you need to get up and walk. Your double chin is coming back. Number 7, your back is big, but it's cute and it fits you. Thank you all for watching.
I swear to you, there were so many black, fine ass women sundress, like it's fucking summer. Nah, that.
This is Miriam before prom. This is Miriam at prom. This is Destiny before prom. This is Destiny at prom.
This is Janaya before prom.
This is Janaya at prom. This is Cadence before prom. This is Cadence at prom. This is Kamora before prom. Ooh. This is Kamora at prom. This is Mercy before prom. This is Mercy at prom. This is Haley before prom. This is Haley at prom.
This Tamara before prom.
This is Tamara at prom. Okay. This is Amari before prom. This is Amari at prom. This is Jay before prom. This is Jay after prom.
Still melon as the Maya maker. You see it in the bitty piggy in the market. Be that bitch your quarter in a cut, a la carpet. I don't fuck with kids like Assalamu alaikum.
I'm back outside. Cute. Nigga that made me mad.